my cool. I ain't even got no roof. 4:30, I'll get proof. Any day I'ma have juice. Break down, pay me back from the. I need a paddock on the wrist like I ain't never really blended with the cool kids. One day they gon' love me, that's true. I need all them things, I ain't never got no praise. All them gaudy chains, drape my body, that's just my taste. Never gon' walk away. I can't even talk that way. To be honest, I was young and afraid that one day everything changes. I'm like, oh yeah, get it all back. Falling by the side, I was sick of all that. Old friends told me I was never gonna last, so that's why I just kept them in the past. Falling for it, so I can't wait.
In the community.
Yes, we'll be there with open arms. You can come home to us.
Too far. Falling on them buckets, running, treat me like a star.
The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA, all painting the picture. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Fox.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better.
And before we...
Well, it took 5 long months, but Anthony Davis's trade request was fine.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Elisa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Davis. And it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. Davis, that one a little long. And the Kings with possession. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on the tennis court for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Here's Fox. That shot off, so the Lakers will take it the other way. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
The first free throw is good.
You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case, as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
Back to James. Outside, Green passes to Davis. Over Bielitsa. Los Angeles with another miss.
A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist from Bogdanovich. Barnes has got 5 points so far. And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA. And the question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding places where he might get injured, expanding his game to the perimeter, and hopefully some of those things pay off for his longevity for his career.
Count the basket.
Even though Davis gets bodied just a little bit, he still knocks down the shot right in the defense's face.
Inside, Bielitsa, no good that time. Great D that time from Davis. Loads it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Bogdanovich against Green. Now the pass to Fox. puts it up from 12. Bucket is good. He's got 6.
So slick with the ball. Fox getting in there and busting out a few moves.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. LeBron passes to Davis. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And the big man, the brow, finding a teammate and does a great job of seeing somebody that's uncovered.
So the Kings call timeout, their first.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Then for the Kings, Alex Len's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Giles comes in for Bielitsa. And Hield subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovic and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
The Kings trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Fox passes to Len. Back to Fox. Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. And with this chance, we can show you the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Those are the season's top shot blocking teams. The Lakers, number 1.
And sometimes a team will get one guy who can block. Other times a guy finds ways to get others involved in blocking. It can be contagious. If he can do it, why not me? Then all of a sudden you look up and you're leading the league in block.
Just 2 to shoot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. Lets it go. And it's Smith missing.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Here's Caruso. He's covered by Joseph. Pass to Howard. Waiters outside. Howard in the post. Len on him. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Harry Giles. The Kings trail by 4. Joseph looking around. Kuzma brings the double team. Goes up on the wing. And the rebound goes to Howard. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 15-6 run. Caruso, the pass to Waiters. Howard against Len. Can't connect from short range.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers lead by... LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had...
I always feel like I got it. Always.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late-game situations.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Alex Len out there with Parker, and it's Bazemore at the 3 spot. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Floats it up for James. And it's Howard finishing it off.
That's the way to put your vertical to good use. Dwight Howard on the jam.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Joseph, the pass to Parker. He kicks it to Heel. And it's Dion Waiters.